Hello, welcome to this short introduction to the Creative Briefs programme. Over the next 10 slides, I'll be explaining more about what's included in the Creative Briefs and how schools can get involved. The programme is aimed at young people aged 11 to 15. Each Creative Brief can be delivered over an 8-week programme of about 2 hours per week, and it's designed to stimulate real-world thinking where students respond to a brief set by a creative professional. Each brief includes interactive sessions led by an artist or a creative professional in one of the 12 creative industry subsectors. There is flexible delivery depending on the school's needs. So we have had schools in the past who've had the programme delivered over 5 weeks or just as an after-school club. And the delivery can be discussed with our Creative Briefs programme manager so that you can work out what suits your needs most appropriately. The project has been successfully piloted during the COVID restrictions, and because it's delivered primarily through Zoom and through resources that are provided to the school, it is very flexible. These are the 12 creative industry subsectors that are included within the Creative Brief programme. We've had some schools who've selected briefs that match particular subject areas and some that have responded to students' requests. So it's really down to you to think about what would be most appropriate for the students in your school. Sessions can be delivered for up to 30 children or young people and have been delivered to around 8 as well in an after-school club. So why have the Creative Briefs programme in your school? We found that students gain an insight into a variety of career pathways through participating in the Creative Briefs programme. They get to hear directly from a creative professional in one of the subsectors, but we also provide resources that explain more about creative jobs in that particular sector so the students can learn more. Engagement at silver or gold level could contribute towards achievement in the Gatsby benchmarks. Teachers can evaluate the students' progress in 3 essential skills using the Skills Builder framework, and I'll explain a little bit more about that in a moment. Responding to a creative brief can contribute to a student's Arts Award qualifications, and the teacher is supported during the delivery of the project by Babylon Arts. So I mentioned Skills Builder. We found during our pilot that students showed an average of 40% improvement in the aiming high skill and 87% improvement in the creativity skill when they were taking part in the Creative Briefs. The Skills Builder programme allows us to measure students' development in the essential skills using an online portal that the teacher updates at the beginning, middle and end of the 8-week programme. Training is also provided at the start of the programme for the teacher or teachers that will be involved in supporting the programme delivery in their school, and they're also all welcome to talk to our team about the Creative Briefs and how they relate to Skills Builder so that you feel ready and fully equipped to make sure that it can be delivered within the school. Each Creative Brief has 3 skills that are connected with it, and we hope to see students progressing in each of those skills during the 8 weeks. We did, as I've said, find that students did make good improvements in those skills during the pilot phase, and as such, the Creative Briefs programme was awarded an impact level 4 by Skills Builder, which was the highest level. I'll just show you now an example of one of the professionals who leads a creative brief as part of the Creative Briefs programme. His name is Howard Reed, and he has the brief for animation and visual effects.
Hello, my name's Howard Reed. I'm a stand-up comedian, animator and writer. I perform stand-up in theatres and comedy clubs around the country. I animate for myself for live shows that I do in theatres, and I write for children's television, sketches and cartoons. I'm a freelance writer, which means I don't actually work for any one company. I work for lots of different companies. Recently, I've written for Children's BBC, shows including Dennis and Nash Are Unleashed, Nickelodeon, which I write for It's Pony, and Cartoon Network, where I've written for The Amazing World of Gumball. I also write and script edit for CBBC's Horrible Histories, which has got me 2 BAFTA nominations. I didn't really know what I wanted to do at school. I always loved stories, so I was into English, lit and history I've always loved, but I'm dyslexic, and so the stories that I wrote, very few people could read them because the spelling and the handwriting was terrible. I also love drawing. I've always been a doodler, but again, being dyslexic makes me quite a scruffy person. So when I did art, I did pretty well at art, but when I got into the design side of art, I was always told I was too scruffy and my stuff was too messy. And now, as an animator, I've turned that scruffiness into my signature style. For this creative brief, I want you to make an animatic for a short cartoon from scratch. Now, an animatic is a partly animated storyboard with sounds and words and sound effects underneath it. So you're going to leave at the end of this with a short film that you've come up with from scratch. So that's what I want you to do. I want you to make the beginnings of your own cartoon from scratch, that you can show your friends and hopefully make them laugh, make them cry, whatever you wanted to set out to achieve. Animation is a great art form in that it's one of the only art forms where you're only limited by your imagination. So let your imagination go wild and come up with something great.
The Creative Briefs programme is delivered in 3 different packages aimed to suit your different needs in your school. At bronze level, the package includes 8 weeks of course materials in the creative industry of your choice. This includes lesson plans, homework tasks, a creative career portfolio for the students to read, and a breakdown of the skills your students will be developing during the project. You'll also get an introductory pre-recorded video with advice from the creative industry professional aligned with your creative brief. You've just seen an extract of the one by Howard Reed. You'll get a check-in with the Babylon Arts Programme Coordinator to discuss how you might deliver it in your school, and you'll get certificates for your students upon successful completion of the brief. At silver level, you'll get all of those bronze resources and support, plus you'll also get a live video call with the creative professional aligned with the brief that you have selected, who will offer advice to the students on how they might work on their brief. This is why at silver level, it starts to become matched with the Gatsby benchmarks, because it's about having meaningful engagement with creative professionals in the workplace. You'll also get access to and training in how to use the Skills Builder Hub to track your students' progress in the Skills Builder. Then at gold level, you'll receive all the bronze and silver level resources and support. Plus, you'll also receive printed student workbooks that are posted to your school. These enable the students to work through the 8 weeks of the Creative Brief programme, documenting their own thoughts and their work, and also reflecting on the skills that they are developing through the course of the project. You'll have 3 live video calls with the creative professional aligned to your brief, one at the beginning, one at the middle, and one around the end. They will be able to guide and offer feedback to the students as they progress. You'll get ongoing support from our programme coordinators throughout the project. You'll get support on evaluating your pupils' progress using data from the Skills Builder Hub. And you'll get advice from our team about arranging add-on activities to extend the impact of the project. So I hope this has been a useful overview of the Creative Briefs programme. If you are looking for more information, you can go to our website. Under Cultural Education, there is a section on Creative Briefs which tells you more and gives you an insight into each of those 12 creative industry subsectors. You're able to watch a 2 to 4 minute video on each of them where you see the creative professional talking about their particular brief. You can also email creativelearning@babylonarts.org.uk for more information.